Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to more Let's Play Sonic Heroes. In the last part, we finished off the forest stages with their boss, and we did the entire haunted stage series, level, act thing, whatever. In this episode, we are going to be going up against the final set of stages, the Egg Fleet, and the thing that goes along with it.
You fools must all have a death wish. Witness this invincible battleship, built by the hands of a genius. Its power, unmatched throughout the universe.
Alright, Eggman. Let's get this party started.
Okay. These levels, simply enough, are called the airship levels. I wonder why. What an enigma. Nobody will ever know. Anyway, right off the bat, we are caught flying through the air at rapid speeds, and you have to be very careful here to not fall off, as your characters have been suggesting to you. And we are challenged by these cannons on either side, which are an extreme nuisance if you're trying hard not to get hit, like if you have a key or something. You can destroy them with Knuckles, or Sonic, or somewhat upgraded Tails, and we just sped past that robot that was just spawning. We have been nice enough to give him the day off, and so he can go chill with his robot wife or whatever, and they can have some robot alone time. I'm not sure why he would have a wife because he's a robot, or what he would do in robot alone time, but whatever. We are there's a key if you want it to get some one-ups at the end of the stage, but we are going through Eggman's fleet, and really though, they just said, how did he get so many? That is Sega playing on their own logic, or lack thereof, rather. Up here is a little bonus. You can fly up here and get a one-up with Tails, and get a little shortcut into... Well, you were supposed to go through that ring, but I failed too much to do that, apparently. But, like they said, how did Eggman get so many airships? Like, where does he get the money for the materials to build these things? Not Mario, but Sonic destroys entire, like, fleets of airships and these gigantic robots, and literally the very next day he has another entire army, and he's just one guy, too. Now, I suppose he could build robots to work for him, but if Sonic destroys those, then what does he do? Who knows? Maybe Eggman is just a multi-trillionaire or something. That's how he has enough money. Anyway, on this section, we are dodging bullets. It's really, really easy, and you can get a lot of bonuses, and you're going to hear Sonic saying, yes! Every time you get a balloon. A lot. Sorry about that little pause there. Hope you didn't hear me swallow because something got caught in my throat. I think it was a mongoose. Mongoose is in your throat, not very pleasant. So remember to brush your teeth at night, kids, because that is the moral of this here story. And that was a really weird dash. Now you'll also notice that the characters, especially Knuckles, have a lot more passion in their voices, I suppose. In this level, probably because it's the final stretch and they acknowledge that, but it's kind of weird to hear them just kind of yelling while throughout the rest of the game they were a lot more mellow and stuff. Anyway, I remember this place is, what am I trying to say here? Remember this place for later because it will become important at a later date. Right here, just spam B. Don't wait for him to go into the Rocket Excel with the aura around him like a Super Saiyan. Just spam B and hold forward and you'll do fine. Anyway, yay, there's one ship down, only 500-ish more to go. Jump right here, and we didn't quite make it, but there is a giant shortcut over yonder. If you can make it into those rings, it will allow you to ring dash way over there. You'll skip a ton, and you'll get some bonus points as well. But this works all the same, except not really, because we're missing out on a lot of points. But I think we'll still be able to acquire the rank that we desire. Hey! I rhymed. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Look at the time I made a rhyme. I am also a poet and nobody really cares, so I'm gonna hit this here switch and it's gonna turn on this here fan, which I wish I had one in this room because it's really hot, even though it's the middle of February and it's fairly cold outside. Although it's not that cold, really. It's 30-some degrees. That's not very cold for where I live. I live at a fairly high elevation, especially compared to East Coasties. That's what I'm going to call you guys from the East Coast. East Coasties. No, people who live on the East Coast. Not sure why I said that, but... Anyway, yeah, my elevation's high. We usually have pretty cold temperatures at this time of the year, but it's a decent temperature out right now, actually. All the snow is in the process of melting, which is good because it's late in winter, and I would like to be rid of the snow finally. Although I do like snow, I do like going out, playing boot in it. But unfortunately, I didn't get to make an igloo this year. I love igloos. But didn't make one. Whatever. I'll have to save that for next year then. Anyway, totally irrelevant commentary. More bullet dodging here. They're firing at us again. Anyway, we see that giant battleship up there. Remember what that looks like because it is significant. To get that balloon that I just missed, you have to go like halfway down with the control stick, not all the way down. Right there, I don't even think you have to go up in order to dodge anything. Right there, I'm not sure if you have to go down. Kind of looked like it, but kind of didn't at the same time. They probably fudged a little bit on the placement of the projectiles and enemies and stuff. They probably made it a lot easier than it could have been. I can imagine like a Kaizo Sonic Heroes with bullets just flying in every which direction. Oh, what fun that would be. Anyway, you can get several ring dashes here. I like to forego that one just in case I get hit by that cannon there. Well, so that I don't get hit by the cannon there, rather. Giant fans all over the place. Not sure why Eggman designed a ship like this. They're not heat vents because they're just fans on the outside of the ship. Yeah, he has an IQ of, what, 300, Eggman does, but he's kinda dumb. He's the dumbest genius I've ever met. Anyway, does this place look familiar to you? Yes, it does. Well, it should. If you don't have a very good memory, then it probably doesn't, but yeah, this is the exact same setup of the battleship that we destroyed before, implying that we're going to be destroying this battleship as well. Yeah, this is probably the game's biggest downfall. Repetition, not only among the different teams, but also within the levels themselves. There are a lot of repeating stretches like this. And oh, one thing changed here. He put an extra robot in front of those sawhorses, I guess, to make it a wee bit more difficult, but I didn't even get to show it because I was speeding through too fast. And it's not even that big of a deal, you can just run past it. Anyway, mission clear. That is what kind of rank? An A rank, I hope? Yes, it is.
That was tight!
Okay, next up, final stage of a story mode. A story mode, yes, not the story mode, a story mode. Stage 14, Final Fortress.
The airbase!
How does this thing stay afloat? Doesn't matter. Let's take it down!
Sorry, I was letting the characters talk there, and I kind of forgot that I was commentating. Good thing I picked back up on it. That could have possibly made the... What? What a fantastic start. Okay, folks, let's try that again. Okay, yeah, Eggman's headquarters. I let these guys talk before, kind of foregoing my commentary for a bit. What you want to do here is just try to do that little ring dash thing. Now, it looks like there's a shield or some rings down there or something off behind this platform. I'm not going to bother with them just for the sake of time because this stage is quite long, and I keep doing that, and this could make it even longer. Wow, phenomenal gameplay here. Okay, hopefully without the fail this time. I have died multiple times trying to get back to here. Not sure why, because this is most definitely not the most difficult portion of this level, or even a difficult portion of it, really. This is one of the easier sections. Anyway, if you jumped onto a platform somewhere down there, you would have been able to get up there, and you can get that balloon up there, which I believe contains a team blast. Could be wrong, don't care. Like usual, and of course I missed that balloon, which I believe contained a shield? I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing at this point, which I should probably not do. Anyway, we met one of these in Mystic Mansion. And this is one of the robots we first encountered in Frog Forest, but this time he's wearing a helmet, so you can't just wail on him with Knuckles. You have to knock him down with Tails to knock his helmet off first. And then you attack him while he's down, and then you still can't attack him while he's up, so you have to knock him down with tails again. After he stops swinging, he'll get dizzy, and that's your opportunity to thunder shoot him and make him fall over. Come on, Mr. Robot. There we go. These are quite tedious to fight. Let's see what this has to say. Yeah, you have to remove its armor, and by remove its armor, all you have to do is remove its helmet. Not sure why its helmet is the focal point of its whole armor setup. Well, because there was that light on it, on its head, which English words come out of my mouth. Please, thank you. If you would kindly, I guess that light signifies that its head was the focal point of its existence. You attack that, and it destroys the whole robot, and bleh, bleh, bleh. It's just one of those days, I guess. Commentating this much, though. Oh gosh, recording 2 episodes, 2 whole episodes of an LP in one day. What a catastrophe this has been. But yeah, I am sort of commentaried out, and please don't fail to make it up here. Thank you. Just barely made it, though. Be careful not to get crushed by this anvil here. I suppose it's an anvil. I'm not sure if the name's ever given in this game anyway, but I think it was given in Sonic Adventure 2, and it was an anvil there. Could be wrong. It looks like an anvil. That's my conclusion. Here we have another egg robot. Kind of pointless. There are a lot of little pointless inclusions in these levels that just don't add much to the difficulty, but rather just make it longer and a bit more tedious. And I suppose I just missed a level up there, but I do not have enough will in me to go back and get it. Anyway, if I haven't mentioned it yet, I don't even think I mentioned the red versions of these in the previous level. These guys will shoot lasers at you. If you attack them, they will put their shields up and become invulnerable to any attacks. But you can freeze them with tails, and it'll make it so much easier to hurt them. So, pressing the self-destruct switch, Sonic is just going around and vandalizing everything of this base that somehow just floats. Floating buildings, huzzah. Eggman, you're a true genius. Maybe he just uses telekinesis all the time or something. Maybe he hired like a band of Mewtwo's to hold this up for him. Anyway, lasers are being fired. I am not going to reference any obvious memes here because they're obvious. So yeah, you have to do some quick rail switching at this point. Why did I tornado jump there? Who could say? Yeah, you have to do some rail switching, and it can be very deadly because it's very glitchy at this point. And this guy keeps putting up his shield, and it's annoying. You might want to wait till they start firing the laser cannon, if you would. No, apparently not. Because they won't put up their shields if you attack them while they're firing the laser cannon. With fully upgraded tails, you can do quite a bit of damage. But I like to use Knuckles anyway, just because slam dunks are beautiful, regardless of age or gender. That made a lot of sense. Another little egg bot, extending this segment to unnecessary lengths. Now right here, you're kind of what? You're going to want to predict when that pole comes down, so that you know when to tornado jump. Formulate sentences, Brian. What is wrong with you? Anyway, here, yeah, like that, you can do a lot of damage. What? No! Ah, I lost the key. Ah, fantastic. Gonna have to play this level over then. Well, I'll play it through like this, and then I'll go back after I beat the boss of this set of stages, I suppose. Just to include whatever. I need to stop talking and start playing. That's what's required of me in an LP, right? So go ahead and stand on all those switches, activate the fan, come up here. I have no idea what I was talking about before I lost the key. Huzzah for short-term memory being awful. Anyway, just take care of these guys. Spam with Knuckles. What a hard fight this is. Everybody has to mention it. All your team members have to mention it for this to be significant in your mind. Otherwise, you just wail on them with Knuckles. I think that's becoming my new thing. Wail on them. What's a significant wail? Moby Dick. I will Moby Dick all these enemies. That sounds really awkward. Yeah, that's not my catchphrase. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go with that. Sorry to all of you Moby Dick fans who really, really wanted a Let's Player to have that as a catchphrase. But I'm not doing that. Anyway, here we go, grinding on those rails. Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me. Rail jumping. Okay, I suppose that death wasn't as bad a thing as I first may have thought, because now I won't have to go back and get the key, assuming that I pass the Emerald Challenge on this try. Anyway, by this point, you're likely going to have a Team Blast ready. Don't use it yet, despite this guy being one of the harder enemies in the game. Probably the hardest enemy in the game, actually. Well, regular enemy, not counting bosses. Just go ahead and beat him down, or up, or whatever expression you would like to use. Just beat him, yeah. Let's just go ahead and say that is a valid statement. I'm kind of annoyed right now, because I just had to play through a 6-minute stage multiple times because I died on the way here several times as well. Anyway, let's go up here. This is quite a bit easier than the previous one, if only because it has normal robots, not the ones with the helmets, even though there are multiples of them. Just destroy them, and this target will appear back here. Go ahead and hit it. I'm curious, are there any goodies over here? There might have been on the previous platform as well, but I didn't bother to check because it's not all that important. This is the area you're going to want to save your Team Blast for, because that, yes, it was the previous two platforms combined, essentially. Yeah, but that death was really brutal on me. The recording is up to... How much time is it up to? I don't even know, man. And I'm not going to bother go looking. Actually, yeah, because there's a scene here. 26 minutes. Fantastic. Now we have a huge grinding section. If I were smart, I'd be using Tails, but for the sake of time and for the sake of getting an A rank, which I'm not so sure that I'm going to acquire in this attempt now because of that death, despite having restarted the level anyway, I'm just gonna use Sonic, save some time, hopefully get these rings, which are on the end of every rail section, and they can really, really help you score. Actually, for this section, never mind. Just for your guys' sake, for viewing pleasure, I shall use Sonic. If I die, it'll be funny. If I don't, it'll be a lot faster. Anyway, here's a giant laser. Oh gosh, it's so threatening. Oh wait, you just hold down B and you're perfectly fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and blow up Eggman's face. Yeah. Epic explosion, and there's the goal ring. And look at this open area. It's a really nice area. I think it's epic that they made the world a little bit bigger, just for the sake of having a bigger world. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I just really hope this is an A rank. Perfect. Yes! I am happy now. But, you know what I'm not happy about? This is what I'm not so excited about, though. The 7th and final Emerald Challenge in the game. Oh boy, this one is a doozy. First off, you can see that there are considerably more bombs than anywhere else. Oh god, please tell me. Oh, no, I was so close to getting it there too. But yeah, there are a lot of twists and turns that make whatever is up ahead really hard to avoid. Especially because of the glitchy nature of turning in these tunnels. And there are a ton of bombs. Exhibit QRSTUV all here. Not sure how I didn't hit that last patch from that I essentially just walked through, but what is up with my speed right now? I'm going so slow. I need a giant row of orbs to help me out here. Okay, fine, I'll switch to Knuckles. We'll switch to Tails. Orbs are a lot fewer and far between, and more far between in this stage. I'm not sure how many attempts this is going to take me, because I haven't practiced this stage in a while, plus I'm really bad at these. But It's most definitely very difficult, and my commentary right now, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Well, now here you just kind of have to guess which way is right, or else you won't have orbs to boost with, and it's a spectacular feeling knowing that you are not going to get this on the attempt that you would like to, because of crap like that. Now here's I like to call these sympathy runs. Here's the sympathy run. I don't know, I just made that up. It's because the level feels sorry for you because it is so badly designed and you're so bad at it, and I got the emerald. First try! Oh yes, thank you, thank you! Oh, my commentary on that was awful. Awful, though. But it was because I was so nervous and I really wanted to get that. Anywho, that's all the Chaos Emeralds in the game.
This time you won't get away!
Give it up!
This looks like checkmate, Doctor.
Enough of this! Sonic, Tails, Knuckles! I can be your maker! I'll show you what real evil is!
Oh yes, here is the final boss of Sonic's story. This is the Egg Emperor. Now this boss is actually fairly difficult compared to the rest of the game. He will be running away from you constantly, except at certain points in the level. So I guess it's not constantly after all, but if he gets too far away from you, he will charge you, and that charge is unavoidable. So try to keep up with him, but don't get too close because then he'll be able to hit you with all of his attacks. Anyway, every once in a while, he will stop at these platforms, at which point you're going to want to destroy all the cannons because they can be a nuisance, and it will feed your Team Blast meter. No, I'm not going to cheat and use the little Tails glitch thing where you can get your meter full nearly instantly, but I am going to be using Tails, because he is very useful in this battle. First of all, he can paralyze Eggman's shield, which makes it unusable for some reason. It's a big hunk of metal, I'm not sure how it gets paralyzed in the first place, and I'm not sure how that makes it unusable. But Tails also does the most damage to Eggman. Plus, he will raise your Team Blast meter every time you use Thundershoot.
Let's see what you got!
Not over yet!
It's not over yet. I've had times where I could get him beaten on this first platform. But, yeah. Sonic is probably going to be your most useless character, actually. Just for running between these little sections just to keep up with Eggman is probably what you're going to be using him most for. As for the battle itself, he's not useful for really anything. Now, right here, normally you are going to want to go for that power-up in that ring. However, Eggman happens to be firing his shots at me, and that can cause... What's wrong with me? Why am I playing like this? And that can cause a lot of problems. If you get hit by it, you can fall into the pit and die. And nobody wants that! Oh no! Actually, falling a long way would be a neat way to die. Just kind of do a couple flips. Anyway, I should probably not talk about that and talk about relevant things. He will be putting up his shield, and you can use Knuckles to get a decent amount of damage on him in his chest, but for some reason, Tails seems to do the most. Anyway, yeah, once you get him down to certain health levels, your teammates will start saying things. You won't go down that easy? Is that true? Well... Yeah, sometimes you can get phrases to stack here. He'll say, I won't go down that easy, while he's saying defeated impossible no, and it's funny. One after the other, it's like, whoop, I proved you wrong, I'm proud of myself now. Anyway, there we go.
You're finished, Eggman!
Boy, talk about cutting it close.
Not really.
Come on, tell me you weren't scared. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have had a chance.
Well, maybe you're right. Thanks, Knuckles. You too, Tails. Later, guys. I'm out of here.
Wait up, Sonic! Get back here!
I like how at the end of that cutscene, the cannons were starting to point at Sonic and Amy. That's actually pretty funny. Oh, a missile would definitely interrupt that lovey-dovey little scene there. Anyway, that is Team Sonic. And we can hear their awesome team theme. I think Crush 40 did a pretty good job with the team themes and the main theme of this game especially. Yeah, the rock music's pretty awesome. The music in this game is pretty awesome as well. Anyway, we're going to be seeing these credits 4 times. Actually, well, technically 5 times. But up in the corner there, you can see all Team Sonic's CG cutscenes, which is pretty interesting to watch, except they don't make very much sense and they can get kind of boring without the sound. But once again, there's this awesome song to take over for it. Now, in the other team stories, we're going to be playing the same levels essentially 3 more times, except with different twists on it. I think I said this at the beginning of the LP. Team Dark, much more difficult gameplay, more enemies thrown in, takes a lot longer to complete levels. Oh boy, am I looking forward to that, considering the success or lack thereof of this recording session. First few times I've died have been today, actually. I'm recording this episode the same day as I recorded the last one. Anyway, other than Team Dark, there is also Team Rose, which is easy mode, more or less. Short levels, not many enemies, it's very easy. I'm being redundant with my talking. I should probably just stop talking. I will here in a second. Then there's Team Chaotix, which is mission-based, the most unique out of all of them. This LP has taken a long time to complete this portion of it, and there are 3 more of it, so... well, 3 more sections that are similar to this one. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope everybody enjoyed this. And I hope you're ready for the next few stories, because oh boy, are they going to be interesting. See you then. Oh boy, look at that! I'm gonna have so much fun playing this!